but we're going to do it and help out those new players that might want to get into that level. Because A-Dub is one of the best. He's proven it. He's constantly in the top 10 of the weekly PTCS categories. He's often finished number 1, 2, 3, or 4. This week he was number 7. So we're learning about the gold cards from one of the best players out there. So welcome in, Mr. Dub. Can I call you A? What do you prefer to go by today?
Let's see. iDub works, the usual.
Okay. Oh, he's such a different character in the chat than he is on stream, isn't he? He's so mild-mannered and polite and respectful. And in the chat, he's like, no, I'm just kidding.
Mild-mannered, respectful in the chat too.
Your wife's nearby, is it? No, she's probably at work, right? Are you doing dad duties today?
Not right now. They're out on a walk though.
Okay. Well, if you have to leave for some reason or do some things, just feel free and fly away. So how does it feel being one of the best gold players this year in Perfect Team?
Well, this last week didn't feel like it, but it's been fun. I started gold last year pretty much because Minerva laughed at me because I got 129th. And so I started playing gold then, and it's been gold ever since. I just won a PT 25 tournament in gold just because I opened it up and entered it. So I still have some mojo there, but it's been fun. It's I know you said this is a tutorial and people to start in the gold. Just know what you're getting. Just know what you're signing up for. This.
Oh yeah. I mean, I figured we start with a hard level because then if they decide to start at anything different, it's probably much easier for them. This is the cream, right? Gold, I think, players are really good in diamond, really good players in iron and bronze, but gold is probably right now the toughest to break into, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen some people say that gold was one of the toughest. I think CWIT had some data on it or whatever saying it was, and it feels it. Like last year I started in a low diamond, and I came on your stream a couple times. I was like, come to low diamond. It's, I just started, you can do it too. But now gold, I'm the opposite way. I'm like, just think about what you're getting into first. But I do welcome people to come over. Just
Well, you know how sometimes you play video games and you put it on the easiest challenge because you want to dominate and feel good about it. Well, I'm the opposite. When I go and play a game, I want to put it on the toughest level. And so I figure if we're going to give a tutorial for new players coming into the game, starting off with a few packs and where do I go? What do I do first? And, they always ask that same question on Discord, right? Is what do I do? I just joined. I'm new to Perfect Team. And, people give really good advice. And one of the piece of advice is join tournaments, join perfect drafts, set up a traditional team, usually in iron or bronze, we kind of recommend. So again, this is also not just for new players, but also for players that might have been playing diamond all year or bronze all year and say, you know what, maybe I'll give silver and gold a shot. Do you think silver is a lot easier to break into than gold, or are they about the same now?
I would say personally, because I play some silver too, not as much, but personally, I feel like if I'm recommending a new person get into the game, silver feels like the really good spot. Like there are some big silver players, but I feel like they're not as big, and you can at least get into it and start competing on the silver level. And I've seen Franchise Time Machine, he doesn't have a ton of variance or anything. He's playing a lot of silver and he's doing well in those tournaments. And just, I think silver is a really good entry spot, but if you want that competitive fire, then something like gold or even bronze are pretty solid bets.
Yeah. I think with our team today, we'll probably, enter some silver ones because we'll probably have more silver cards than gold cards. So it makes sense to get into some silver, build up some resources, and then, in a week or 2 week or 3 weeks, start to build up the gold team. But we'll see what we get in the packs, right? Because that could determine a lot too. And again, my goal with this team with A-Dub is to qualify for the silver gold PTCS. If that means playing silver, fine, but I don't mind trying for gold. And to help some of you learn a little bit about these cards. Well, we've only got a couple hours because I want to make sure that we get over to Mr. Dynastic by about about 12:30 Mountain Time. 12:30 Mountain Time? What time is it? 11? About 1 p.m. Mountain Time, I'm hoping. 1 or 1:30. So let's look at the cards that came out last night. Randy Kramer, give us your quick opinion. Again, I don't play Iron. I don't know if you play Iron. I can't remember. But this looks like a good early era card. Maybe some decent chances in other eras as well, because he is an Iron, right? A low Iron. So what do you think about Mr. Randy Kramer quickly?
Yeah, I mean, he's got 5L written all over it. And with 44 stamina, people probably will try and start him, and he might do okay. But
yeah,
it definitely early era.
Yeah, Dan Bankhead, we saw yesterday in the 5L, does really well, and he's got that high pitcher BABIP as an Iron card too. So yeah, I'm guessing the 5L players will think a lot about drafting him when he comes up. Next, Tom Gordon. Now, Tom Gordon's an interesting one. He's got that, Mario Soto. He's got that marble kind of shape. He's borderline between starter. He's got 3 really awesome pitches. Do you see a lot of use for this guy in any specific tournament?
Well, we'll see today because I have Mitch Williams starting in one of my 5Ls today. And he has, 20 control, I think. So the control might be too low, but otherwise looks really good in kind of any era. So
you're getting a lot of love in the chat. It's like, oh, I finally get to see the guy. Here it is. Oh, I finally get to see the guy that beats me all the time. That's what he looks like. And Gladstone, yeah, he's beat me any times. Well, if you want to give a tutorial, you got to bring on great instructors. And ADub is definitely going to be able go Gladstone to help you in gold today. All right, let's go on to the next one. A bronze card, 6L written all over it. Does the splittiness bother you as a starter?
I actually really like this splittiness because it's all opposite splits, like with the stuff and the control. For like a modern era, I really like ones like this, and there's a lot of them in gold that look similar. So I look for opposite splits a lot because people are going to be throwing, heavy right-handed lineups against this lefty starter, and you can probably, or at least hope to quell that advantage that they think they're getting.
Excellent point. And again, for the new players out there, that's how you can get a little bit of an edge is look for pitchers that have, we say in the biz, we say reverse splits, where a lefty traditionally is better against left-handed batters, but in this case, he's better against right-handed batters. And so that kind of fools the opposition's lineup because, as A-Dub said, they're stacking their lineup with righties against the lefty pitchers. So if you can get this card in a 6L, he's going to have success even with the splits there, because he's probably not going to face a lot of lefties unless the managers are micromanaging and they know that he's about to pitch, then they'll adjust their lineup. So Pat Combs, and as a variant card in quick play and things like that, he's going to improve those left side of the stats there. Castanar says there are 18 spots in tomorrow's 5L, so that'll fill up quickly. And Michael OCPA says, A-Dub, Mitch Williams beat him in the 5L today. So there you go. If Mitch can have success, maybe this guy can have success. Let's go on to a silver card, Jose Real, and you do play silver/gold PTCSs. Now, this is not reverse splits. What do you think?
I guess there's definitely spots for him because, I don't know, with all the changes and stuff, there's been a lot of different changes with tournaments and stuff, but silver only cap has been, it's righty heavy, like in a righty heavy park. And so a lot of people will use a lot of pretty heavy split guys favoring, the pitchers favoring versus right. So when you're facing some of these big righties, I think he does fit. And at only a 74, he's on the lower end. So low silver, silver only cap, sort of things that favor righties. I really like him. In general, silver, maybe the variant, but I don't. The versus left scares me a bit.
Right. And the pitcher BABIP, when it's that low, always scares me a little bit because pitcher BABIP has a lot more significance this year. And I don't know if that is now considered too low in any environment. Of course, 5L, we want it as high as possible. But what do you think? Are you seeing anything with the pitcher BABIP in modern era still being more important than last year?
I would say it's more important. I feel like it's losing importance in modern. It's still there. Like I feel like you can be more consistent if you have a higher PBABIP, but the guys that do have a lower PBABIP still will work, but you have to have really other good stuff to kind of mitigate that. But yeah.
Right. You can't lack in pitcher BABIP and really lack in either control or stuff, I think. I think then it's really going to impact them. A good fastball, good slider, and a fork ball for Mr. Rio. Okay, now we get to your jam, and that is Bruce Hurst. He's a lefty and a little bit of reverse splits. No. He's actually better against the lefties in everything except control. So low gold, which again is your specialty. What do you think?
For the low gold, he probably will work. He actually probably works really well in modern. This is the first time I've looked at this card.
Oh.
I was pretty busy from pretty much last night to this morning. So, but I've been looking for a good left-handed starter in more of a modern environment. And I think like the variant is going to be pretty useful. Like I said, I like to look for the opposite split guys with, kind of like the stuff and everything. And he's got a better stuff, better control, so he can attack the righties pretty well. So
yeah, and I
it's
think,
interesting.
and I mean, look at this. Look at the two top pitches: a forkball and a knuckle curve. I don't know if the type of pitch really impacts gameplay. Do you have any opinions on pitch type, whether it influences anything other than maybe fastball for relievers?
I'm not sure on that. I've heard some people, they swear that if you have a changeup or something, that you do a little bit better, even though your changeup's 100 versus your fastball's 100. And that the pitch type will maybe affect, if you have a 100 sinker, you're not giving up as many home runs. I'm not 100% on board with that, but I can't rule it out. So I don't know.
Well, you know who would be the guy to ask is Franchise Time Machine. Franchise Time Machine, Ripley the Oriole. They had an interview really early in the year with Ezra Denny, and they did, I think, specifically talk about pitch type. And I'm pretty sure Franchise Time Machine has done some testing on his stream with pitch type. So that would be the guy to definitely ask. If he's in the chat, he can help us. Spore says the value of the pitch type is already built into the ratings. Okay, here you go. Sid Fernandez, probably haven't had a chance to look at him, but again, looks like a little bit more dominant against the early eras, a little weak on control, stronger against the lefties in most cases. Anything stand out? This is the typical Sid Fernandez card we get every year. Usually we've had a bronze, I think, in the last couple years. What do you think about Sid?
It kind of reminds me of the recent Koufax that came out, like a high gold version of that Koufax. The home run allowed on the opposite split really scares me. But if you kind of mess around with the opener follower stuff, it could be a really good follower after some right-handed openers. But not a lot of people use that, and it is very hit or miss. If people play to what you're going to do, then they can take advantage. But you can also take advantage of people that don't do that. So I would say a definite good follower. And if you get anywhere in the 80s or earlier, then this is a really, really good card.
Okay, so a little bit of a sneaky opener follower kind of situation. Spore also says, so a good reverse platoon arsenal shows up with better stuff versus left if you're a righty, and or if you're a ground ball pitcher, it already boasts your HRA. It doesn't add on top of that during the games. Okay. Roman a day, is there a place where people find out which eras play better in? I hear people say this card will play better in certain eras, and I have no idea why. How would you address that one? I don't think there's an actual, book that says, hey, this card in this era. I don't think anyone's put out that guide. It's more how the ratings are set up on the card, kind of the shape of the card that fits different eras. So do you have kind of a easy answer for that one, Adab?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like using the baseball reference site. I think Spore just posted in the chat. Using that to kind of figure out what you're looking at. So if you're in an era with a little less home runs but more balls in play, then you're going to favor someone that has better pitcher BABIP versus not worrying about the home runs as much. So you can use those, and there's weird cases. I forget what it is, 87 or something like that, where there's a ton of home runs. You have to like kind of use those. And so by the specific run environment, just kind of knowing your home run totals, your balls in play totals, those are really maybe the walk totals as well, and the strikeout totals. Those are kind of what you're looking at for pitchers. And so if you see home runs, maybe like 0.8, 0.7 and below, then you're fine kind of ignoring the home run allowed, depending on how high it is. And then you're looking at more favorability towards other ratings. And you say, okay, am I going to be able to strike people out? And then maybe you want a guy like Sid Fernandez. So if there's like 6 strikeouts per game, 0.7 home runs per game, like 1989 here, Sid Fernandez fits terrifically, I think. 0.73 home runs per game, 5.6. So his stuff's going to play somewhat. He'll strike out a lot, and he won't give up as many home runs. So a guy like Sid Fernandez in 1989, I'm throwing him in every time.
Yeah, again, great site to use. And again, you can pick the certain years. So depending on the perfect draft you're in or league play year we're in, like 1989, just take a look at what home runs were like. Again, in the 5L in 1908, there were not a lot of home runs. And so you don't need pitchers with extremely high HRA. That card shape is not important for a pitcher. The pitcher BABIP is really important because there were a lot of balls in play. So 28.67. So again, you got to kind of look at the year, look at the stats for that year, and then think about how it would look on a card shape. So A-Dub said Sid Fernandez would play well in 1989. So let's put that one back up. So what was it about Sid again that would play well in 1989?
He's got pretty good stuff at the 138, so he's going to be able to eat into some of those strikeouts that are kind of built in there. And then that pitcher BABIP at 160, there's going to be a lot more balls in play than a modern environment, and so he's going to hopefully keep those in check. The control's a little lower than I would like, but I think walks were also down in 1989. So pretty much you're okay with solo home runs if they happen, but they're not going to happen as much, so you're okay with them.
Right. So if we look back, comparing those 3 years again, walks 3.21, so they are down a little bit from like a power era. Whereas Sid Fernandez would not probably do as well in 1996 because there are more home runs. And so you need that higher home run suppression. Balls in play, again, 27.86, up slightly from what we would see in a power era. So yeah, Roman a day Twitch, just pick the years and take a look at the stats here, and then look at the card and look for the right shapes for that year. It does take a little more work, but that's how the good players get to be good.
Then you can throw in the seasoning of the park factors and everything. And if it is 1996 or whatever, and the park limits home runs versus righties to, like 0.8 or something, then you're still using this guy.
Yeah. So
I feel like
1996 power era. If you flipped pitcher BABIP and home run suppression, Sid Fernandez would be an awesome pitcher in 1996, but currently he's an awesome pitcher in 1989. Okay, let's get through our hitters here quickly. Here's a super utility guy. We see the little logo at the bottom. Cards that we love, especially in tournaments where you draft, because you can plug these guys as substitutions pretty much anywhere. Early era, I guess, because of the gap power, the BABIP. Not a lot of speed, not a lot of defense, which is going to hurt him in the earlier eras. But again, really decent as a backup against the righties, isn't he?
Yeah. And watch this guy as a catcher in the 5L. I can see a lot of people using him as a catcher. Doesn't have the greatest, but personally, I don't care about catcher defense in 1908. But
yeah,
I can see a lot of people using him at catcher.
Are you same kind of thought that I am? Defense in 1908 compared to 1989. You have much more value defense in 1989 than 1908.
Yeah, I would probably say so, but I don't know. I feel like anytime I take a bad defense, I do bad in 1908. So I've kind of been paying attention to the error rating a little bit more in recent drafts. So hopefully that will help.
Well, that's an excellent point, because we see errors all the time in the 5L, and we're always taught, range, which still is important, but maybe for the 5L, start thinking error as a defensive high category instead. I always remember Mr. Black, when he was on my show a few times, he would always say, the further you go back in time in baseball, the less defense would matter. And so I've still stuck to that principle a little bit as a kind of general rule of thumb with defense. But yeah, it looks like a really good card. And like you said, catcher, you can sneak him in there. But there's a lot of good catchers too in the 5L. Devo, hey, not the Toronto Blue Jay, but the California Angel. Well, I believe that's what he said. Yeah, the further you go back in time. I think maybe he was actually, Spore, now I think he was talking about catchers specifically. The further you go back in time, the less, yeah, that's what it was. The less important catchers were, not overall, because center field, shortstop, up the middle, defense is really important. So yeah, thank you. It was catchers he was talking about. Framing, yes. Center field, right field, speed, BABIP, gap power. Really good defense. So again, nice defensive replacement in late innings for you. What are your thoughts on Devo?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At this point, you might have your center fielder or your right fielder in like a 5L draft or something. But he definitely has like that kind of 5L shape with that speed, the defense, the BABIP, the gap.
Yeah. 5L. Gary Templeton, shortstop, 40 overall. So here's one of your cap cards. Range, again, it's a 40 overall. What can you expect? But versus the lefties, pretty good 40 overall, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty good cap. I think his position, not being able to play more than shortstop, might hurt him in cap, and people won't use him as much. But solid option for 40.
Again, 5L. Like if you have him offered in the 5L, sure. If you don't want to take another pitcher because you're offered 7 pitchers and he's there, well, he would be a good choice for the 5L. Joey Bell. You remember Joey Bell?
I don't remember Joey Bell.
Yeah, you don't catch the hidden meaning here? Joey Bell? Which Bell do you know?
Albert Bell, of course.
There you go. Yeah, Albert Bell. Yeah, so here, 6L, power, pinch hitter. If you need a guy, can play left field, can play right field. Pretty simple. Hubie Brooks. We already have a Hubie Brooks bronze. Yeah, we do have a Hubie Brooks bronze, which is a pretty good bronze. Here's more of a 5L Hubie Brooks. Again, what can you say about it? Just decent, I guess.
Yeah. 6L versus lefties too.
Yep. Bruce Benedict, catcher, got the blocking. Again, not a lot of framing, but got that 5L profile all day. So, man, if 5L was only iron cards, this I think would be the must catcher to have, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I feel like his defense even has that 5L shape, like the high blocking, low framing, decent enough arm.
Yeah, absolutely. So when Spore was talking about blocking being a little underrated in the 5L, this might be a guy that us 5L players now look for with that blocking. Okay. Andy Van Slyke, another iron here in center field. Awesome defense. Really good against the lefties as well. So again, another pinch runner. Could even be utility one backup everywhere. Maybe even a starter, depending on who you get in your bronze rounds in the 5L.
Yeah, I would hope everyone would use this starting like center field versus lefties because, I mean, he's got everything you want in 5L.
Yeah. Again, just another nice card. And there used to be a time where 5L drafts were a lot easier because the meta cards were few and far between, and you knew who you were looking for. But now, ADub, there's so many good options. Like, look when you drafted on your stream the other night, right? It was just like, oh, how I can't pass this guy up. I've got 7 defense. I got 7 outfielders, but I can't pass this guy up. It's just so many options.
You definitely have to learn that it's okay to pass some people out.
Yeah. Dave Henderson, center field, right field, again, could play 6L, could play 5L, maybe more of a 6L kind of guy. And look at the defense on some of these cards coming out yesterday. Center field, right? In the 6L, 5L.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure Dr. Dynastic's happy seeing this one too. I think this is his favorite player. So.
Oh, there you go. From the Oakland A's. Yeah. Good base running, some decent speed. And like I said, 1980s prioritize defense, 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 defense. And this guy is defense. Dwight Smith, Chicago Cub, for all the Cub lovers out there, really, really solid against the righties there. It is a low gold. And in the current 1919 format, I would assume he'd be one of your top guys you'd want.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. There's like the PTMS, I believe, Wingo that was there. And you just pair him on the other corner here, at least versus righties, and you're pretty much set there.
So he slots in right away for you in your 1919 daily.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much I just look for BABIP and gap, and well, there's a lot of purple there. So
BABIP and gap, yeah. Do you look for speed at all? Is that a determining factor?
I prefer it to be non-zero, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mostly care about the gap, and the defense here is good too. So.
Oh yeah. So if you pull a Dwight Smith variant, you know who might be interested in that variant. The thing too is, with a tournament refresh coming up, we'll get to that in a sec. Actually, let's go through the last one here. Jack Clark. Oh boy, if we're talking early era for Dwight Smith, here's the opposite side of the scale. Jack Clark.
Yeah. And there could be a lot of people that use him in early era too, just because of that BABIP and I. But and he won't strike out as much. So if you find like a 1975 or something that has like 1 home run per game, this guy is going to be like perfect for you because you'll still be able to hit home runs, but you're not striking out as much. So modern, I don't know where he fits because I'm very scared of that avoid K. But if you go back a little bit in time to an era with a lot of home runs and an era with less strikeouts, then this guy is going to be probably the number 1 guy in that format, I would think.
Okay, well, let's help the new players here. If we go back to the baseball reference site, give me a sec here as it loads up. So that Jack Clark, you say you want a year with lots of power, but not a lot of strikeouts. So if we go to, skip the 1800s, the 1920s, home runs a little bit low. So let's get to kind of a big home run. 1953, maybe be pretty good there. So yeah, 1970s you talked about. We got a bunch of years in the 1970s, early 80s. So kind of a tweener then, right? Not extremely early eras, not extremely modern eras. Might be best for Jack Clark.
Yeah, and I think he can fit in a lot of eras, but I think if you want to find that sweet spot, you're looking for something like that. And that's with a lot of cards like this. There's a lot of cards that have just sort of that avoid K issue, and you can find those eras that kind of help them.
Yeah. I think like you said, I think 1920s to 1970s are kind of ideal. You could play him in other eras, like you said, but 1920s to 1980s kind of seem his priority. So that is it. So now that you've seen all these cards a little bit more detail, who's the one must have for you? Is it Dwight Smith or is it Jack Clark? Who, for what you play?
That's a tough one.
Like, what are you looking for? What do you feel is maybe lacking in terms of a need for tournaments that you play in gold?
I would say I would really like to have more early era catchers, especially versus I think the righties, where a lot of people are still using bronze Saltalamacchia in low gold, but low gold is not going to be 1919 anymore. So that was a little sad when I saw that. It's moving to 1989. Which should
Oh,
be
so if we look
interesting.
at the tournament refresh here, where is that? Low gold. Oh, so it goes from 1919 to 1989. So
So it
Sid
was
Fernandez. Oh no, Sid Fernandez. Was he a low gold or not? I can't remember now.
Sid Fernandez is a 87, so no, he wouldn't fit
Okay.
there.
So he won't fit. So that's going to require all these daily low gold teams to completely revamp their rosters, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I wish we kept one gold tournament in like a dead ball era. There's a lot of ones going back in time. Like I'm trying to think.
Silver
Silver
caps
gold
now
cap.
1939. Yeah.
Yeah, silver gold cap is going to 1955. But I really liked having that 1919. But 1989 is at least a fun environment. But yeah, I liked having that 1919 there.
Yeah. Well,
I
it's
think they
nice to have
added
those
some
specialties.
things.
It's like the 5L, right? 1908. There's so many tournaments in all these other eras to choose from, but there's not a lot in terms of dead ball. But look what we do have coming, A-Dub. The Daily Bronze Dead Ball After Dark, 1920. I really, really pushed for 1908. Like, come on, we know 1908. It plays well in the 5L. Let's get a daily, but no, they did 1920. It is at Home Run Park too. So it's just out of dead ball even. It's not really dead ball because dead ball many considered to be 1919. The cutoff. DH is off though, which is good. Ezra and I really like that. And it's a best of 7. So start creating your daily bronze dead ball. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, that one should be fun. I might get into that with some of my teams that play bronze. Have Kitty Star there.
Well, it's at Polo Grounds, though. I can't remember. That Polo Grounds is pretty high BABIP, too, isn't it? BABIP, home run. It's like high everything for batters.
It's a
I
weird
believe.
one.
Yeah.
I
It
never
is a
know
weird
how
one.
Polo Grounds because at least
So,
the one that EVC does with the bagels and schmear that's played in the Polo Grounds, and I'm terrible at it. So
me too. That's one tournament I've never had success in. And Polo Grounds. That's why it would have been nice to get, I don't know, that's just one of those rotating dead ball parks that we use in the 5L. So if we look at, let's just take a look at 1908 quickly compared to, what was that, 1920? 1908. So if we compare the 5L to what this new, I can't remember if it was bronze and lower or just bronze, the dead ball one, but what do we got? Runs almost, yeah, one more run a game. Hit and a half more a game. Yeah, we start to lose some of that dead ball flavor, more doubles, a little more triples, twice as many home runs. Stolen bases go down, which I kind of like high stolen bases. Walks a little bit up. Strikeouts are down. That's kind of the weird one here, is that the strikeouts are actually less in 1920. So avoid K, not as important. Stuff, maybe not as important. So maybe, who is that bronze pitcher with really low stuff? Lefty. Chad, who is that? That bronze pitcher that doesn't quite make it, but he might make it in this dead ball tournament. Lefty something or other. Lefty Stewart, maybe?
It sounds familiar.
BABIP is a lot higher. OBP, slugging percentage higher. Yeah, so it is about 2.5 more balls in play. So yeah, it would have been nice, like you said, to keep some true dead ball for the dailies, but that'll come. I'm sure that'll come with future refreshes. I mean, the way they do these refreshes, their hands are tied in many ways in terms of how they can work things. So anything else that stood out when you were looking at the tournament refreshes?
They're adding one gold tournament, the Daily Golden Heart. I think that one's going to be really fun. I mean, they're adding a lot of silver and gold, but that one stuck out to me. 1945 run environment, DH off. That one is like a little bit of the replacement, I guess, for the low gold early era.
Yeah, a little bit. Now this bronze one, do they have a limit on the cards? It doesn't look like. And again, this is still the beta. This could change, but it looks like there's no limit, so it's not dead ball cards or from a certain time period. Looks like it's any cards you want. Pretty basic run environment, DH off, best of 7. Doesn't say anything about variants. I'm kind of hoping it's not full variant. It doesn't really say on the other. Oh, I guess it would say a variant cap. So it probably is going to be full variant.
Yeah, it should be interesting because some of them say variants on and without cap, but those, I mean, they could still be thinking about them.
Yeah,
the caps or
whatnot. Still be up in the air. I'll see if I can find some more information since I love me some bronze and pass that information along about the variants. Okay, well, I think we've gone through what I wanted to go through in terms of the new stuff. Let me know, Chad, if you see the Clubhouse shop come out while we're on stream. You wish the bronze after dark was no variants. Well, and that's the thing, Ezra, we don't know for sure because they're not specific. Because as ADub said, some of the tournaments say variants on, some say variant cap or limit, and that one says nothing. I don't know if we saw one. Was there one that said variants off?
I don't know.
I see cap. I don't see anything that says variants off. So we don't know. We don't know. Okay. Let me just go through the chat here, see if I'm missing anything. That's a huge change for low gold. Yeah. Gives you a different chance to make a different type of low gold card too. Yeah, that's true. We got to consider that is tournament refreshes are good, complete changes, because for has alternatives and can start making cards for that specific type of tournament. So Ezra Denny likes the After Dark bronze catchiness. Hope he gets royalties off of that. You hope it's on so I can move my low bronze team to that format. A lot of people have bronze. I mean, I have a ton of bronze variants, so it'll work for me if it is all variants on. But still, I still prefer the cap. Monster draft for 5L tomorrow. Can't do worse after today. Well, there you go, Castanar. So, A-Dub, you're a new player to the game. You've just bought Perfect Team, or you just bought OOTP, especially when they have their sales on. And you come to this screen here, and you're ready to go. So you play Perfect Team, get any kind of notifications that pop up. Here's the treasure cards from yesterday. How many teams do you currently run?
That depends if you mean currently run or currently have.
How many are currently active in Perfect League?
I would say four or five. I have 2 packs only teams. I have my main team, and then I have 2 theme teams as well. But I haven't been able to add a ton of the theme teams, so it's been nice kind of, waiting and then being like, oh, I can add a piece now. But at the same time, I've kind of not done a ton of like drafts and tournaments and stuff on those when I could. So they're half run, but I haven't had a lot of chase pieces I've needed to get so far.
And who was your last big card pull? Who was the last card pull that made you really excited?
Not really any on the main team, but I did pull that Triss Speaker on the packs only, the red binders. That one was really exciting. He's doing pretty well for that team.
I can imagine. Okay, let's go with, what do we want to go with? Let's go with, just so I can remember what this team was all about. It was the A-Dub team. The Preston Droopy Nets. There we go. Now you need to make me an avatar now. Preston Droopy Nets. So we're going to open these packs, and remember, we want to focus on silver and gold. So I don't really care about diamonds or perfects. If we need to sell them, we can, to create a monster tournament team. And you open up your starter packs. I have 140 packs because of the loyalty packs, because of the login packs. So we got a lot of packs, a lot more than regular people would have that are just starting. So again, focusing on the gold and on the silver. If you notice any really good silver or gold cards come up, let me know. In gold quicks, you can use bronze and iron too, right?
In the gold quicks, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's gold and lower. So I do want to open all the starter packs so it gets in motion the entry pool. A certain amount of cards that you get in the starter packs. You get certain positions to make sure you have a full roster. So if you're just starting and all you have is those starter packs, you will have enough players at each position to field the team. Okay, so that was my last starter pack. I want to return and go to my roster, submit team. Oh, I guess we got to put the lineup in. So with your starter packs, they'll make sure that you get enough pitchers, 2, 4, 6, 11 pitchers, and they'll make sure you get, well, there should be another guy that plays catcher here. They should give you 2. No, they only gave me 1 catcher. Interesting. And they did not give me a variant. Isn't that supposed to be a thing in your starter packs?
Not for you. This is the second time that's happening.
I know. What's up with that? That's twice now I started up a new team and my starter packs did not have a variant in it. Crazy. Normally you should get a starter pack. So we have to wait until we're in the entry pool because it won't let us do any kind of tournament builds or perfect drafts, I don't think, right? I think we have to be, let me go out. Will it let us get in? Yeah, you need to be in the entry pool to be eligible for tournaments. So that usually takes about 10 or 15 minutes. So in the meantime, we are going to keep opening some packs. VR Mind says you got Kitty in your first. You got Kitty in your first four. You have to take four. Guaranteed we'd meet in the finals, and you got bounced in round two. Well, my guarantee was a Kitty typically makes the final four. It just wasn't your Kitty today, VR Mind. Are you still alive at A-Dub with either of your teams?
I'm kind of alive, but I'm slowly not being so. I have one team down 0-3 and another down 1-2, so matching up with D King again, of course.
The rivalries. Okay. So yes, log in every day, new players, because you get a certain type of pack every day that you log in. Okay, so let's keep opening. I do have 4 gold packs, a bunch of silver packs. Nothing really jumps out. And getting a nice Bob Uecker, really good, if I do ever have variants. Do you have your game open? Do you know how many of the gold LEs are still open out there?
I can take a look. I think. There are 23 of the Ted Power reliever cards, and then there's 28 of the Tettleton catcher.
And you've been trying for that silver, haven't you? How many of those are left?
There are none left, unfortunately.
Oh, they're all gone. Oh, so all the irons are gone. All the silvers are gone. So there's 2 gold. There's still the diamond, and there's probably still quite a few Greenwells.
Yeah, 65 Greenwells still. Only 4 pulled.
It's funny when you open packs, you see a lot of cards that you see in the 5L. It's like, oh, there's that guy. Oh, there's that guy. Not hitting a lot on the specialty cards today.
You can maybe build a gold live team.
Yeah, I think maybe at worst we'll try and get a silver live team. If not, I don't mind starting with an iron live team because that's what you would recommend for most people starting is just build an iron live team. There's the Keith Polk. Nice pull there, getting that double booster card. And the little battery for the new people mean that when you get a variant and you want to boost it up, there are certain cards in the game that give you 1,000 points or 2,000 points towards that variant boost. I'm kind of upset I didn't get a variant twice in a row. Has anyone else started up a new team in the last week? Did you get a variant in your starter packs? Willie Randolph? I think he's probably pretty good silver. I think we should be able to, at minimum, build a silver team.
Yeah, you got a Dwight Evans there, and that's a good silver card.
And we can always use some of the studs in iron and bronze. All right, here's our first diamond. First diamond. Can we get that LE? No. So if someone does want to specialize and they're new and they're pulling diamond cards or they're pulling perfect cards or they're pulling cards not in silver and gold, should they keep them or sell
them? It depends.
You're my advisor here. I want to qualify for a PTCS silver gold. What should I do with my diamonds and higher?
I would probably sell them because even then you could make more money finishing the live missions. So if you sell them and then, finish live missions, you'll get more packs to pull and all that kind of stuff and end up, you can sell some of the mission cards as well and kind of end up ahead that way. That's kind of what I like to do is just.
Okay. So keep one of each.
Yeah.
Are there any silver or gold missions that those cards still play at a high level in a silver gold tournament? Like, are there any missions I should prioritize at those levels?
If you ask any of my opponents, the Kurt Schilling mission and the Phillies won.
He still bites you in the butt, does he?
Yeah, luckily, a couple tournaments that I've watched, I've beaten him. Like I won one yesterday. It was 9-0, and it's just like, take that. But yeah.
Yeah, certain cards that give us those bad memories. Manny Machado, is he a good silver card?
He's okay.
It's a Dodger.
Low silver.
Again, got to wait until we get put into the entry pool before we can think about tournaments. Which pop-up did you get into?
I'm in across a couple different teams. Both my theme teams are in the high stakes, the greed one. So hopefully to build something with those theme teams and be able to hopefully win. But my main team is in the same one that you're in, the
Oh yeah,
Shrunk
that one
Garage.
fires today, doesn't it? I got to make sure I draft for that. Have you drafted that one yet?
No, I need to.
Okay, I think it's got about 5 hours before it fires. Well, I haven't got any variants, but I've got 3 boosters and 2 double boosters. So that's 5,000 points right there to boost a card. That's the one thing I hope they change at some point is like when you use a card that's more than 1,000 points, they allow you to keep. I think it's 1,000 points, but if you use a guy worth 5,000 points and you only need 2,000, you lose a lot of those points. I hope they allow you to bank more points in the future.
Yeah, that'd be nice. If you got a 10,000 one, you can just complete one variant all the way through.
Yeah. I mean, you go in the clubhouse shop and you buy a guy that has 10,000 for whatever, 100 stars, fully boost one of your players. That'd be nice. You know what is it? Is it 1,000 points that they hold in reserve?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, up to 1,000.
Well, we didn't get any Tampa Bay Rays yesterday, did we?
Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to be a little low on Tampa Bay cards this week.
Well, we didn't get any Expos or Blue Jays either. So I'm guessing we're going to get some of those tomorrow, right? Right? 80s. They both were pretty good in the 80s.
Yeah, I have 2 theme teams, and they are, one of them is a combined Tampa Bay and Arizona, and the other one's Colorado. So this week is not a good week for my theme teams.
Never. I will never stop promoting my Blue Jays and Expos, especially my Expos. I think if the Expos were in the league, I think they'd be my favorite team. I always like the Expos a little more than the Jays. You're still young enough or old enough to remember the Expos playing, right?
A little bit, yeah. I know I watched like the first game for the Nationals. I remember watching that on like ESPN or something when they opened the Nationals park. So
probably you were excited that you got another team in the U.S. You were okay with Montreal leaving?
and I didn't know too much about them.
Yeah.
But I've heard all the rumors. Tampa Bay wants to go to Montreal or split time with Montreal.
Well, so that would be nice.
I've soured on Montreal a little bit.
Whoa. Can't we share a team, A-Dub? Oh. All right. I wasn't even expecting this. So 5 packs for the first person that calls the card. Call your shot. And unfortunately, those of you that may be watching on YouTube, it's tough to call your shot here, but anyone in Twitch, who is it going to be? 5 packs for the first person that gives me the name behind this beautiful card.
I have to throw in the obligatory Luke Appling guess.
Yeah, Luke Appling. I was right when I called Aaron Judge, my last perfect I pulled. Makadkar also guessed. I'm gonna go I think it's going to be a live. I think it's going to be a live reliever. Give me a live reliever. I don't even know which ones are perfect.
If I had to really guess, other than Appling, I'd probably say like Garrett Whitlock or something.
Whitlock. Okay. Okay, we're going to shut it off pretty quickly here. Few more seconds. Get your guess in. Again, it's only the first person that listed that name. Do you have a favorite card art this year?
I would definitely say the icon cards. Those are really cool. With the numbers on them.
Okay, like the Mickey Mantle and Jackie. Okay,
the Dave Parker, of course.
Yeah, good choice. That Dave Parker card is my favorite. The real image. That's a killer card. All right, there we go. It is ended. And we have got to play the obligatory drum roll here. Just close down the treasure cards there. I don't need that up. All right, here it is. Oh, Jacob deGrom. Can you look there, A-Dub? Did anyone guess Jacob deGrom?
B-Dub.
B-Dub was the first?
Yep.
Okay. B-Dub 30 cents. Let me know your perfect team username. You have just won yourself 5 minutes. All right, let's keep going.
You at least got yourself a nice 20K perfect points to work with.
Yeah, well, that might be a case too, not keeping for missions, but I could probably get a really good 1 or 2 gold or silver cards for my tournament team.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can have one more really decent hit here. Let's see if we're in the entry pool yet. Still in the preparation stage. But we can access things. The Clubhouse shop. Nothing new there yet. So expect some cards to come out today. And the LEs, there we go. We're down to 4 of the ones that came out on Monday. Plus Cal, he's still hanging around. 26 out of 36. All right, let's finish off these. We got 12 regular, 15 silver, 4 gold, some diamond, and a historical. And I think I might even have that Hall of Fame pack still. Bill Melton. Are you a spacebar kind of guy when you open packs, or are you a clicker?
Usually click, but sometimes I'll be like, I don't want to click anymore.
And have you used that feature where it automatically keeps opening packs?
I did in the beta, but not in the live version or the real version.
You got the Kenny Lofton booster card too, so that's 4 boosters we've got. Yeah, I did a lot in the beta too, because you had unlimited packs pretty much. It was a pain opening them, so you just let it rip and walk away. But here it's kind of nice to look at every pack.
Really savor the disappointment.
Yeah. Well, hey, I got a perfect, and that's more than I usually get ripping packs on stream. So, all right, we're into the silver pack. So let's get a silver gem here, A-Dub. What are some of the names I'm looking for in silver?
I would say the Robbie Thompson, but he's gone now.
Yeah, should have did this yesterday.
I'm trying to think. You had the Dwight Evans. He's one of the more sought after ones, or usable. ones. If you're playing like low gold, at least until it changes in 1989.
No, I won't be. I won't be doing a 1919 low gold now.
No,
That
1919.
would just be a waste. But if we look,
Let's see.
There's a couple. According to last 10, what about a Justin? I guess that's a card shop card. Let's take a look at some silvers here. What are we looking at for silvers?
Like Gene Segura still has a lot of playability. Chuck Klein is a good one. Really splitty card, but he's a really good outfielder versus righties.
Is there a way to filter out all the PTMS and Clubhouse? And probably not, right? You can only go to a specific one.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like silver is filled with a lot of Clubhouse, PTCS sort of deal.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's keep going. I guess the first packable here would be first packable. Keith Folk, but he's a booster. Edgar Martinez is a booster. Ortolo, Jamie Moyer, who's a booster. So yeah, a lot of these have high value because of their booster effect. They kind of go way down. David Robertson, Ricky Romero, Caminiti.
Yeah. The Roger Wolf is nice.
Oh yeah, he's nice in the 5L. I like that Roger Wolf. All right, we're still not putting the entry pool, so hopefully they'll throw us in there soon. Oh yeah, Toriente, yeah, he's a good one too.
Yeah,
that might be the priority. Nice. Zach, no, we don't want you. Allard. Sparty Terp won the 5 packs here. Sparty, P-E-R-P. We're going to do a, are you okay on time, A-Dub, for another hour?
I don't know about an hour, but decent amount of time.
Right. Well, let me know. Oh, Vic Power, not the Vic Power, but a Vic Power. Okay. We're going to do a quick perfect draft. So get your game set up, folks. A-Dub, you're going to do one with me, so don't enter a team.
Okay.
We are going to be the collective bounty, a 10-pack bounty. So we'll do that as soon as they allow us in. There's another booster card, Mr. McGuire. So yeah, I think this is what's that?
If you only got a variant.
Yeah, I know. Okay, we're down to 12 packs. 3, 9, 12. So we're on the golds. Come on, hit a variant or another. They changed the font a little bit, didn't they? It seems to be more 80-ish. Brighter colors.
Some of the teams, they changed it to like the secondary color or something.
Yeah. Variant or perfect or an LE. That would make the pack pulling here. Are live cards still viable in tournaments other than live tournaments for you in silver and gold?
I would say probably not. There are some that can be usable. Like if you're just starting out, you can definitely use them. Like that Merrill Kelly is pretty good that you pulled. But I wouldn't recommend it.
This account, as soon as the game came out, this is on my Friggin' Rights Let's Go account. So I have 3 teams available there. And all I did on this account is logged in when I remembered every day. So I kept logging in just to get that free pack, the login bonus. So it was created pretty much at the beginning, but I just hadn't activated it yet by creating a team. Paul Blair is a good defensive guy. Remember when he came out, he was worth a bunch. There was a lot of excitement. I think this is the one Paul made some changes live on stream. One of the first cards that he did live, we're going to make some changes, and gave him that crazy defense.
I believe I remember him saying, "Oh, his name is Paul. We need to make him better."
oh, yeah. Oh, so I can't complain about Expos and promote their love, but Paul cards. Oh, all right. Who do we got? Sean Doolittle. Hey, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Now this one I might want to sell, right? Let's take the points.
Yeah.
If I was, it might be easier for me to play Diamond.
I don't know how Diamond looks these days. I haven't dabbled too much into Diamond other than Low Diamond, which Gold works for Low Diamond pretty well.
Cease and Dietz. What do we got left? 3 more diamonds and the golds. The golds, we want to get some gems. Freddie Freeman. Do you do a lot of live spec? Oh, he's muted. He's chatting. All right, gold historical number 1, Tony Gonzalez. Number 2, Ben Taylor. And number 3, double gold, Cordero and Bartlett. All right. Take a guess. How many missions do you think I finished? Hey, we're finally in the entry pool. Good time.
I'm going to say 0.
I'm going to guess 13. Could not load Perfect Team League 3.
Kicked out.
It crashed. I don't get a variant and it crashed. Okay. Let's see if we can go find that here.
It said nope.
So how many missions do you think I'll get?
We're going to go 0.
0?
0.
Oh, that's positive. That's positive. I'm guessing 13, ADAB. Okay, we are back. Somehow I have 1 pack.
I think it's the Hall of Fame one.
Oh, yeah, could be. Which doesn't really matter. I'll probably just go with Tim Raines like I usually do. Like I said, league play is not my priority. My priority is to make the silver and gold PTCS. Do you think it's doable? What do you think with the new team, with my team? Do you think I'll make it by the end of December?
By December?
Or let's say by the end of the cycle.
I think it's possible, especially since they're adding a ton of new silver gold tournaments. The talent's kind of going to get spread out a little bit. And so you'll be able to make some runs and get some points, I think. But maybe that means more points are needed. So,
yeah.
But I think it's easier to crack into the rankings.
So I think what we'll do is I think maybe we'll take a look at our card pool and build a quick tournament traditional team very quickly. Like, I guess we want resources. So live iron, live silver, maybe live silver. I don't know what the easiest one to get started with. And then once the refresh comes along, we can have you back and build one of those. Because I don't want to build a team now and buy cards for a specific tournament if it's going to change.
Yeah, there's a ton of changes to the gold and silver tournaments.
Yeah,
so it makes it a bit hard.
So I think I don't think the quick tournaments are going to change. Like, I didn't see anything about that. So I would imagine those will stay how they are, which is just the modern setting with 10 variants. Okay, what do we have? Yep, the Hall of Fame pack. Good. Okay, we'll let that sit in the entry pool. Quite a lot of new teams this week already. There we are. We are the Preston Droopy Nets.
The Nets looked pretty good when I last checked. So
did they? Okay, yeah. You keep an eye on those, would you? Okay, missions. Let's see. Collect missions. You're right. However, this is not a pack only team. I've only got 1,000 points though. Who do I need here for this one mission? Los Angeles, 8 points.
Yeah, at this point, this is definitely probably the recommended way to go, is just finishing all these live missions.
Yeah, finish a bunch of live missions and sell off those cards, because you said there's not any that you can think of that are probably going to help me right now in tournaments.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to do all of these. We'll just do a couple just to get a couple more packs to rip. How many more? Submit. Got 2 packs. Is there anything that offers more than 2 packs? So let's do Texas.
Oh, yeah, Castanar said you can sell that DeGrom, get more points.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yep. Thank you, Castanar. 11. 14. It's almost like a speed run when we do those speed run teams. You could finish a lot of these missions with DeGrom alone. You could finish a bunch. And we'll do one more. Let's do the athletics. 17, 19. Thank you for listing cards for 11 points. For 8 points.
The true heroes of the game.
Okay, submit. Okay, we got 4 more packs to deal with here. Maybe I'll get my variant. Torkelson and a gold. Oh, that's good. Chris Martin. So yeah, I could spend probably 3 hours doing these missions and getting a lot of them done with that Jacob DeGrom card. Blue Jay, one more. Okay, so next up. I do want to make sure I have 1,000 points, so I got to go and sell off a few cards here. Let's just sell off that DeGrom or a diamond here. Riley Green. What's he selling for? Yeah, it's got to be a quick sell guy. Snell. Snell will be quick sell. Can't. He's in a mission. Quick sell. Okay, that's good enough there. So let's exit out here. And now let's go into our perfect draft. And we are going to go into Castanar, if you can type this up. Perfect draft, quick, 1,600. 10-pack bounty. Must alternate pitchers and hitters every round. So round one, you can take a pitcher or hitter. You can set the order, whichever one you want in the round one. But after that, they have to alternate. Round two has to be the opposite. Round three, back to pitchers or hitters. So whatever you draft in the odd rounds are all the same. Whatever you draft in the even rounds are in the same. The last round is open. So your last round, you can draft whoever you want because you might need some pieces to fill in.
And Kitty's draftable.
Okay.
Is
so
Kitty
bounty,
draftable?
1,600. We're drafting together. That's why it's 10-pack bounty. Get the kitties out of there.
Okay.
Or no, keep them in. We'll do 5 packs each. 5-pack bounty on me, a 5-pack bounty on you. If you win the tournament, you keep your 5 packs. I'll give them to you.
Okay.
And if we play each other, then that bounty goes up to 10. Make sense? Okay, makes sense. All right, get in. Perfect quick draft bounty, 10-pack bounty, 5 packs on A-Dubs Kitties, 5 packs on the Preston Droopy Nets. Got to be in chat, though.
Now, am I helping you draft?
Yeah, you're helping me draft, so. Doesn't matter. You can still do yours.
I'll go the opposite, that what you do. So if you go pitcher first, I'll go hitter first. And then we're not running in the same.
And I'll make the first choice. That way you'll get 2 gold rounds, I believe. All right, load up, game, load up. So yeah, if I go first. You'll go diamond, and then you'll get 2 gold rounds. Yeah. Okay. Not a great start. Well, I'm not going pitcher. All right, I'm going to go Cespedes. You're up with a pitcher.
I think Greinke is the only choice.
He's the only choice. Well, that's a pretty good choice.
Yeah. I was going to say it's the easy choice, and I was like, well, it really is the easy choice. It's the
last round, though, you do get your own option. So you could take 5 hitters in that last round. So that's why I wanted to make it your option. You don't have to go in the right order for the last round. What am I looking for? A hitter? Murphy or Grace? Sada? 130. Let's go Posada. 2 pitchers from you.
Let's see. Not a lot of great options here. I would probably just say the relievers, or maybe go Jeff Zahn and Troy Milton.
Milton and Zahn, right?
Yeah.
Cato, yes. If you get Kitty, please take Kitty. I don't know if it'll be in that right round, though. No, you got to follow the rules. No Kitty exception today. 2 hitters. Let's go with Juan and Jimmy Johnson.
And pitchers again, right?
Yep. You got 3 to choose from. These 3.
Well, let's go Smoltz and Chafin. You're going to have a stacked bullpen.
Yeah. We might have to go openers. Next up, let's go Edgar and Riggins.
We'll go Zito. on the right-hand side there. And then Big Sugar, Zach Maxwell. In the bottom right.
Bottom right. There we go. A lot of future legends you're getting there. Next up, hitters. Let's go Vic Power. And Howell or Cruz? Let's go Cruz. Back to pitchers.
Let's see. We'll go Seaver. And then Peguero.
That's 9 pitchers so far. So yeah, we should be good. We should be good. We shouldn't have too many pitchers. What do I need? I need infield and a center fielder. Well, McCarver would have been okay there. Ernie, you're not really a center fielder. Ooh, Denny Walling. Gotta go him. And I guess we gotta go Jeffrey Leonard.
Oh, gotta go Ray Caldwell. That's
easy round for you.
Easy round. Ray Caldwell and Andy Bennis.
Yeah. Although Edwin Jackson would have been good too. McMahon would have been good too. It was a good round. Okay, so we've got 11 pitchers, and now we're free to pick whoever we want. Do you think we're good with 11, or do you want to go one more pitcher?
I usually go 12, but...
Okay, let's go one more. Let's go Augustine Perez. Who do we want? And then we need infield. Tack's a good guy to take. Straw and Jose Bautista. End off with a Blue Jay. Okay, I think that's not bad. That's not bad. How'd you do with your team?
My team is pretty terrible. So congratulations on the 5 packs to whoever plays me.
So you started with a pitcher, right?
I did. I got Jesse Tannehill. It was a launch deck.
Okay. Brinkley, Melton. Okay, how do you want me to do because you know these pitchers better than I do. Brinkley, Melton, Zahn, Zito, Bennis.
I think Melton's borderline, but I guess he could. No, okay. Learning something new. No, the rotation looks fine.
Fine, okay. Let's make sure Ray Caldwell's a 2-way. Yep. And pick a strategy. Just pick a general strategy. What do you want to use?
We'll go moderate sabermetric. I feel like that's always the safe one.
Yeah. Go that way, and then hitters. I feel pretty confident. Posada, Power, Johnson, Cruz, Riggins, Caldwell, Cespedes, Greinke. This the hitting Greinke? Oh.
Yeah.
Against the lefties, he should be DH. He is. We're going to put Walling there. Unless I'm missing something obvious here, A-Dub, with my guys I'm sitting here.
No.
Not really. Versus righties. Just Jeffrey Leonard, but nah. We'll roll with it. Okay. So hopefully we filled that up. And there'll be 2 bounties, 5 packs each. Of course, it'll be finished off stream. Only 10 out of 16. Oh, geez. We're going to have a lot of fake users entering here. Come on, chat. Come on. Get in the perfect draft bounty. ID 1600. Chance to win some packs. If you knock us both out, you get 10 packs. ID 1600. It's pinned in the chat with all the rules there. So I recognize, of course, the Kitties. I recognize the Red, White, and Blue Jays, the Danes, the Santa Clarita, Space Ghosts, and Torvald. If the Rangers are here and the Plaza are here, let me know. Those are the only two I don't recognize. Plaza and the Rangers. Say hello. All right. So let's get on to very quickly, because I know you have to run. Let's get on to setting up a tournament. What do you want to recommend here? What should I do?
Well, we could either do like a silver quick or maybe a live silver.
Silver quick or live silver? Let's do a live silver. If I can, can I get in? Can I set up a roster?
If you go to the tournament there and just like open it, like open the little drop down, there's a create a roster. That makes it easy.
Okay, let me just see if there's one here. Silver. Guess it's just okay. So if I go to tournaments,
so if you click on like the row or the plus sign, it will open it and tell you the details about the tournament on whatever one you're looking at.
Oh yeah, but I want. Oh okay. So live,
and then there's a button
create roster.
Create roster.
Excellent, good.
And it should preload the stuff for the tournament. So
only live cards. Yep.
It looks like there's. Yeah, there we go.
All right, so there you go. So you can start one up, and we're just going to quickly do a live silver live. Off screen, I'll probably do a live quick. And now when you go to manage cards, it only gives you your options. Okay, pictures, what do we want to sort by? Anything special?
I'm trying to
Run
think.
suppression.
Let me look at the silver tournament. I feel like the silver live is changing parks, but it's pretty neutral in the default settings. So generally I like to look for the home run suppression first with a default modern environment.
Okay, so a guy like Brady Singer then?
Yeah, I would use Singer. I don't know a ton about the silver live cards, so
okay, we'll just go with what it shows us here. So Mitch Keller looks pretty good.
Yeah, Keller looks good.
Sandoval as a bronze.
Yeah, I like the Sandoval.
Okay, Sandoval. Hide active cards. And only let's go Jordan Montgomery. Jameson's getting a little bit more static there.
And then I'm going to try and pull up to see if there's any other silver cards that maybe you'd want to
buy. I want to buy, yeah.
That feel like must plays. One guy that's really good is a couple middle infielders. I guess there's a couple here. There's Tovar.
Okay, let's do pitchers first since I've got them
pitchers
up here.
First. Okay.
Alex Cobb. Clay Holmes. He looks good.
I think the thing with Clay Holmes is he only has 2 pitches, and so he shows as a starter, but he's actually a reliever.
Alex Cobb, then?
I like the Cobb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hauser looks good.
Yeah, I like Hauser.
And then we got Bello.
Severino is another guy that I like.
Okay, we'll go Severino, and we'll go Bello. Okay, how many pitchers do we have? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see if we've got any relievers here that Jordan Hicks. Really?
And then a guy that's a bit lower on home run, but that I do really like is the Pepio for Silver.
Okay, I'm just going to add this one. So what's his name?
Pepio, P-E-P-I. Right there. Tampa Bay guy, of course.
Oh, of course, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe one more. Got another pitcher for me.
Maybe a guy like Kodai Senga.
All right. Okay, hitters. What were you thinking for batters? You mentioned a few.
So yeah, there's a couple of middle infielders that are pretty good in Tovar and then Neto.
Tovar. Okay, I own him already. And ENTO. Go. Cheap, 101 points.
Yeah, you can definitely build a real solid team pretty cheap in the Silver Live. There's also another Tampa Bay guy, Junior Caminero, at third base with a ton of power.
All right, so let's sort by power. Who's that first guy we're looking for? We got
Tovar.
Neto.
He's not a power guy.
Is he a power guy?
No, he's got like 70 power, but he's got.
There he is. I got him.
Yeah. He's got good other skills.
All right. Who else did you mention for hitters?
Caminero, Cami.
Done. How about catchers? Give me a couple catchers.
Catchers. There's not a ton of silver catchers. Carson Kelly, I think, looks good. Hunter Goodman, if you don't care about catcher defense. I'm just kind of looking here.
Liam Hicks doesn't have any defense, though.
In terms of like overall profile, a guy like Dylan Dingler looks really good.
Let's go with Carson Kelly. Yeah, not a lot of silver. Sean Murphy. I mean,
Murphy's definitely the power guy, I would say, other than Goodman, but Goodman can't really play defense.
Yeah, let's go with Murphy. Let's make it easy here. Okay, anyone else on screen that I own for silvers that are must-haves?
I like the Torkelson card for first base. I feel like I use him a lot. Another big power guy that you have. And then
and Dominguez. Jock. Okay, any others that I might not own that you come to mind?
I'm trying to look. Like I said, this isn't exactly my area of expertise.
What should I be focusing on? Power versus righties?
Yeah, generally power. One guy I think that you'll want to get is Mr. Blue Jay Bo Bichette.
Bo. Good.
And then
How's that Aussie Elbies? Is he still raking? He was really good at the beginning of the year.
I think he's a iron now.
Oh, is he iron? Oh. Joe Adele.
Yeah, he's down to 48 overall now.
Walner.
Another like defensive shortstop. I think the best defensive shortstop would be Dansby Swanson.
Oh, yeah. He's good defensively. Good.
I like to kind of like make sure my main positions are filled with good fielders.
So center field then. Who do you got as a center fielder?
Center field. There's not.
Mullins.
There's Michael Harris the second, who has good bat and glove. There's Kyle Isbell, who I think is the best defensive center fielder, but maybe not the greatest bat, but not nothing.
What do you think of Mullins?
Mullins is okay. I think Michael Harris the second might be a little bit better than Mullins.
Okay. Looks like I own him already.
They're pretty close, but
so what do we got? We have 24. We got a couple catchers. Give me a couple more outfielders.
Yeah, more outfielders. Taylor Ward is a good left fielder if you like power.
Where are we here? We're looking at the card shop. All right. One more. Newt Bar looks pretty all around decent.
Yeah, I don't hate the Newt Bar one.
Burleson. Ian Happ.
Andy Pajes, maybe.
All right, let's go with him.
Good.
Much cheaper to buy these cards now than at the beginning of the year. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's sort by Keller, Singer, Senga, Severiano, and Bello. So any big mistakes here that I need to change?
I don't think so.
Should probably
it looks pretty good. I mean, with silver, there's a lot of very splitty guys. Like Bello is very right-handed heavy.
Yeah. Elvis should be a righty specialist.
And then, I mean, a lot can be based on like personal preference and shape and whatnot. Like Senga is not a good control guy, so if you don't like control starting, or low control starting, there's other options. Hauser, I think, is good both ways. Pepio is good both ways, but he's got home run issues that could pop up.
What do you think, Cobb? Do you think he can start? Probably not. 46.
Yeah, borderline is a little tough, but out of the bullpen, he's solid.
Okay, so Senga, yeah, we're just going to make you a middle relief, but I don't trust you that much. Okay. What do you think we should set for our pitch counts, individually or total? Because live, you kind of want to put a hook on these guys, don't you?
Live is, yeah. Pretty much I like to go stamina plus 25-ish.
Yeah, that's what I do too. So Mitch Keller, 79, 89, 99, 103. Singer, 98. Sandoval. I'm only going to go 20 because this year I think stamina plays a little worse. Rihanna, let's go 99. Bello, 99. Okay, let's go like that. Good. And then let's see what the AI wants us to do here. Anyone horrible? Sean Murphy, Carson Kelly. A little better against the lefties. So are you. Yeah. Well, we'll let it ride for now. We'll play a few and see how it does with this team in this would be daily lives.
Yeah, my recommendation was stuff like this. When you don't know a lot of the cards, is run it through a tournament and then look to see who the top 4 teams are using. Look to see who the winner's using. If you take data on it. See who the most played appearances are, and kind of go off that.
Yep, exactly. And that's the same with Silver Quick too. Like you can even put your live lineup in and just let it play out and then go in and see what the winning teams are running there. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put my live lineup in there. See how they do. Let's see how our perfect draft is doing. Are we actually full? Yep, looks like it. Looks like it's fired off. So we'll go take an evaluation of who's in chat, and I will continue to monitor it. Yeah, it's tough to do. It's tough to do a tournament right now, Adub. It's kind of a bad time to do it because of all the tournament refreshes coming. So that's unfortunate. If I knew they were keeping the 1919 one, we definitely would have focused in on that one because I was looking forward to getting a team in 1919. I love that era.
Yeah, that was my original plan too. I was going to come with some 1919 data, and then I saw it earlier today or last night or something, and I was like, oh, well, there goes that.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, change is good, but it's always tougher when it's some of your favorite tournaments that are changed.
Yeah.
We never think twice about it when it's not our favorite tournaments, but when it's our favorite tournaments, like, why? All right, let's see what we got.
The 89.
Alabama, are you in chat? You have the first chance at the Droopy Nets. Alabama. All right. Jobo, Bickus Magnus. There's a mouthful. All right, Alabama. You have the first chance at the 1 bounty. Want to make sure you're compliant first. Kind of get a basic idea. Hitter, couple hitters. Yeah, looks like you're compliant. No issues there. You started off with hitters. Next up, against A Dub on the other side of the bracket, I hope. Yes, the Danes, Tay Morris. Well, Tay Morris will have been here at some point, I think. Can check on his team here. Hitter, pitcher, hitter. 2 pitchers. 2 hitters, 2 pitchers. And then silver should be 3 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? It should be 3 of each, A-Dub. Help me out here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it should be 3 of each because you should have 2 in each round. Oh, no, maybe not. It should be 4 and 2.
4 and 2, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 4 pitchers, yeah, and 2 hitters. Okay, yep. Taymor, so both of our first bounty contestants are okay, and then we will continue to check after that. I guess on my side of the bracket, can quickly check the Bel Airs and the Whirlwinds. Castanar will definitely be compliant. He was here. I don't know if the Bel Airs were here. Let's take a quick peek. Hitter, pitcher, hitter, 2 pitchers, 2 hitters, 4 pitchers, 4 hitters, 2 pitchers. Yeah. So Bel Airs and Castanar, and then on your side of the bracket, if you do win, it'll either be the Space Ghost and the Sharks, and both of them would have been in chat today. Just a very quick peek. Space Ghost. Yep. And what did I say? Sharks. Looks like most people started with the hitter. Anyone else start with pitcher? Edwin Jackson for the War Eagles. Cliff Lee for the Bel Airs. You've got Lefty. Oh, no. Jesse Tannehill. Robin Yount. Oriente. Nice pick there. Weeks. Oh, there's a few that went with pitchers. Not many. Gossage. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Up Van Steve with Dick Allen. Owen Anthony. David Clyde. And we got a couple Cals in the tournament. All right, let's end off quickly. I'm going to open up the game again, and maybe because tournaments are changing, if people are setting up a gold quick roster, maybe give us 3 hitters, 3 pitchers that they should be looking to purchase. Non-variant, because of course variants help, but you're only allowed 10 variants anyway in quicks. Who do you think are some must-haves that, you know, not 1 of 1 kind of cards or 2 of 4?
Let's see.
Let's start with pitchers. Give us three solid gold quick pitchers.
So I think the best base pitcher right now is the future legend Jonah Tong that came out.
Okay. Tong?
Yep. So lots of purple. Lots of purple.
Monster purple, yeah. This is the variant went for like 500K, didn't it, or something?
Yep. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, he's very good. The next one I would say is Doc Ellis.
Ooh, an oldie. From the 1970 week, I think. Doc Ellis, you can get him pretty cheap. I'm going to pick him up now.
Yeah, he still has a lot of legs in gold. And then I would probably say base card. A lot of them are kind of in that same area, but maybe a Felix Hernandez still has some good legs on him.
Okay, Felix Hernandez, he's selling for about 6,500. So there you go. There's 3 good pitchers to get you started. How about for our hitters? Give us 3 solid base card hitters. 3 or 4, maybe 4.
Let's see. And so we're just talking like easy-ish ones to get, right?
Yeah, not too expensive. Yeah.
We'll do a catcher first. I feel like the must-have at catcher is the Santop, Louis Santop.
Oh, yeah.
TOP.
NEL card, right? I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
unavailable right now, but you could probably get him for, if I put a buy order for 2,500, I might get him.
Ooh, yeah, he's the must play at catcher, or catcher versus right.
Okay.
Handed batters.
Who do you have him platooning with? Who would you platoon him with?
Clubhouse Bill Freehan.
Okay. All right, maybe a couple, an infielder and an outfielder. Is the Ozzie Smith a quick playable card? I guess that's a PTCS, but I mean, it's if you want to invest in it, 14K is not horrible. If he's stand above everyone else at shortstop.
Let's see.
Frank Thomas. Of course, the Mickey Tettleton that came out, but he's going to be expensive.
Shortstop Fregosi.
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 He's going to run you probably about 10K. Get him cheaper though. Last 10 of 6,400. Who else? You ever get the Mike Trout?
No, I don't think I'll ever afford him. Let's see. The Schmidt I do want a lot, but he's newer and still a bit pricey at third base.
Is what about Jose? Is he decent?
He's okay, but I think Clark and Tettleton might push him out.
Right, be more affordable too.
But yeah.
Mike Schmidt, you mentioned, he's kind of still pretty expensive.
Yeah, I want that one, but yeah, he needs to come down.
Greenberg's a cheaper option.
Greenberg's still good, yeah. Trying to think of like one that I've recently liked a lot is the Aramis Ramirez. Yeah. At least for his righties, and he's cheap.
Yeah, looks like a solid option.
And then another guy that I like is
Dave Mel Ott still play. He's pretty expensive. He must still play for 44K.
Yeah, he's. A lot of people use him at third base, but I think third base is getting stronger. So
yeah, especially with the Schmidt out there now. But he's opposite of a good platoon guy with Mel Ott. All right, give us one more name here, A-Dub. One maybe in the outfield, like good defensive. I know it used to be Kenny Lofton. That was the guy people were using in gold quite a bit. He's really cheap now. Is he still an option, or is there someone that you should pay a little more for?
I still see a lot of people using him. He's still an option. There's a Mission Willie Davis that kind of is the better version now.
Oh yeah.
So he's I think he's the most used card in Gold Quicks. Now that I think of it.
Really, most used cars, so that's Willie.
So yeah, he's the second most used. But the first is Duke Snyder, who's PTCS and hard to get.
there he is. So he's part of the 3-dog mission. Got to finish 6 out of 7 of these to get him. And Duke.
And people are completing the mission and selling him. So his last 10 is only 2,300 for Willie.
Yeah, Duke's pretty expensive. And we got the new bronze Duke. Yeah.
So your top 5, like most used guys in gold, are the Duke Snyder, Willie Davis, and then the Sandtop, who we talked about, and then Carson Williams, who's the PTCS, and then base is Kenny Lofton. So,
okay. So again, as A-Dub said at the beginning of the show, if you want to compete in gold, you're going up against all these, specialty cards, award cards, mission cards that are very, very tough to get. So you may want to start with the lives. You may want to start with some silver, try and get in on that. Or, as others mentioned, diamond might even be a cheaper option if you just want to qualify for some PTCSs. Let's hop back in and see how we have done in game number 1, and then I'm going to let you go. And then once A-Dub leaves us, we're going to go check in on the 5L. And by that time, we should have the dock ready to go. No, you cannot. You cannot use my kitty. You cannot pet my kitty. No, my kitty. Find your own meme card, Vic. There's another meme card that's come out since, we have Robbie, we have Jesse, we have Ray, we have Kitty. I kind of wanted to get on the Buttercup bandwagon, but just didn't have time to do anything with Buttercup.
The new Eddie Goodell. That's probably the new meme card, right?
Oh, is he bad?
He's not good.
No.
He was a famous.
That's the 40 catcher, right?
DH, yeah.
Oh, DH, right.
He can only play DH.
Yeah,
he was
got outfield of 1.
3'7" player who got a plate appearance in a game.
Ah, gotcha. Well, Alabama has taken game 1, and they're in line for 5 packs if they can win a couple more games. And on the other side, the Kitties are holding their bounty for now. So again, if A-Dub wins the tournament, he will get 5 packs because no one has defeated him. Otherwise, whichever team defeats the Kitties and the Droopy Nets will get the 5 packs. And if A-Dub beats me in the finals, he will get 10 packs for doing that. If I beat everyone, then no packs for anyone. Of course, you have to be here in the chat, so I will take a look once the tournament's over. And if I felt they were in chat and I know that manager, will award them the packs. And I'll look at your team to make it look like, make sure it looks like you drafted appropriately. A-Dub, thank you so much. I know I kept you longer than you probably thought. Any closing remarks about what you're looking forward to in OOTP, or advice you have for new people, or successes that you've had?
Yeah, I would just say find something that you find fun and go for it. That's what I did, and I switched it a couple times, and that's okay. Like if you're not having fun with something anymore, or you find some fun somewhere other than that, then it's okay to switch. Sometimes it might be expensive to switch, but yeah, I think that's looking really forward to the tournament refresh. There's a lot of new silver gold tournaments coming up, and plan to be playing a lot of them. And there's some interesting run environments, card pools, and stuff that I'm looking forward to kind of maybe seeing if there's a tournament that I'll specialize in or something like that. So
yeah, and for me, that's been the most fun thing, is specializing in just a very small little select group of perfect drafts and tournaments, and trying to be the best at that, because you can't do everything now. It's just impossible.
Yeah, props to the people that do, but it's I don't have that time.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time, and I don't recommend it for new people. And you finished your PTCS. Your best finish was second, right? In a draft. Was that the daily or weekly?
Daily.
Finished in second place. And what did you get? Oh, was that the Frank Robinson PTCS?
Yep.
Yeah. And do you still have him?
Yeah, he's still on my lead team. I think he's
Okay,
even
as
won
A-Dub
one.
leaves us, RCMP is going to check on that Frank Robinson for us. How is he doing? Pop Goria took me out. The Rocky Mountain Gladiators lost out today in the 5L in game number 7 of round number 2. In the bingo round, it was the War Eagles over Makadkar, yesterday's winner. The Shikori, I believe, won the whole tournament. So way to go, Makadkar, getting those 10 points yesterday. Detroit Lions, Spore rebounding, making the quarterfinals with a 4-0 win over Chalupa. Ezra Denny misses out on his 1 point as the Space Ghosts will take it. Senator Zero or Zero Cat. That's who it is, Zero Cat. Torvald goes again to the quarterfinals, 4-1 over the Pack Attack. Franchise finally gets another point. Hooked on Phonics going to the quarterfinals over the Danes. The Skyliners, Wizzy over the Red Deer Binders. RCMP beat me in round 2, but they will lose out to Kynan in round 3, 4-2. And in the other one, IDub advances. The Kitties will get at least 1 point, and they need points so desperately as they defeat D King, one of his nemesis, in game number 7 by 8-2. So you are still alive, A-Dub here. Spore leading the War Eagles 2-1. Ghosts over Chinooks 2-1. Skyliners over Franchise 2-1. And the Kitties over Bad Boys 2-1. So hope you get rewarded, A-Dub, for coming on stream here. I hope that's your little present. Thank you so much for all that you do on my stream as a mod, keeping the chat going and all that kind of stuff. You're an amazing individual. And I hope you can get a PTCS championship. You deserve it in silver and gold. Really hoping you get that because you've been playing well enough. So thank you for joining our show today.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Lap. Really appreciate it. Bingo Union Unite. And
you had to get that in,
Bingo
didn't
Checkers
you?
Union. Yep.
Bingo Union. Oh, wait, do you have any streams planned we can shout out?
If I have time, I'm going to plan on going tonight. Okay. It'll be late, but the plan is tonight around 10 Mountain Time ish. Okay. Something like that. 11.
So go check out this guy. He knows quite a bit. Thanks, A-Dub.
Thanks a lot. Thanks, everyone.
All right. I think that is pretty much it. We're going to hang around for about 5 more minutes when DD is supposed to come on, and we'll take you over there. Check out the 5L. If you missed it yesterday, the standings were updated. So this is including the qualifying tournaments up to, but not including yesterday. Lloyd Boyd, RCMP, Pack Attack are top 3. Yesterday it was won by the Shikori. So the Shikori got 10 points yesterday, moving them to 26 points. So they're in the mix there with friggin' rights. They got a point yesterday. And I can't remember, Makadkar, you here? Do you remember who the Shikori beat in the final? It's the team that beat your hunk papa because they had to play you back to back. They beat you and then you beat them up again. Can't remember who that team was. Who was it that got 7 points yesterday? So yeah, just on the outside, the bums, the dead balls, the Red Deer Binders, they're going to get a point today. So that'll move them very close to the top 32. Come down to the tiebreakers. Again, we play up till October 5th. October 5th will be the last day of qualifying. And then a week after, we should have our final tournament. Also on the OOTP forums, we got some tournament refresh possibilities here that was posted yesterday. So if you want to take a look at what the possible new tournaments coming to the game are, those are on the forums. Let me just copy and paste that. The dead ball, definitely looking forward to that one. There's also another bronze one, the daily bronze from the 1920 to 1959 period, so only cards from 20 to 59. Kitty will not be available. However, I think Ray Caldwell will be. DH is off, so I think definitely Ray Caldwell is going to be a top option. I think his card is the early 20s. I could be mistaken. It could be 1919. You might just miss out on this. When are you going to get a player in RRL? I got too many. I can only focus on one on-league league at a time, Brent. So I can only focus on the one EMLB one. And even then, I don't have a lot of time to focus on that. Because to boost your players, you got to watch streams and you got to do these tasks and all those other kind of things. So if I go into a league, I want to try and do the best I can in it. And I just don't have the time to watch a lot of streams right now to get those opportunities to boost my players. So I'm just focused on one right now. And that is the EMLB, because he was the first overall pick years ago. We got a daily live bronze at Rogers Center coming. Daily late bronze, variants off. So there's your chance for newer players. Early bronze is going to be 1966. And a few that are going to be removed, the daily non-live iron, daily non-live bronze, low bronze up to 1969, which I never built a team for. I'll be sad to see this one go. I did play this one, the bronze only historical. So there you go. This is kind of updated live by Nicolino. You can see when he does make some changes to the refresh list, he posts it on the Google, on the forums here, OOTP 26 forum. So if you bookmark this and check in every once in a while, you'll be able to see the live changes that he makes. Really? I get points just for rating in? How about points for saying his name? D. That's all, folks. Well, that is going to be all, folks. I am going to put on some music here. I'll wait for Mr. Dynastic to start up, and then we'll take you over there. Big shout out, big thank you to A-Dub for being on the stream today. Wasn't quite exactly what I wanted to do, but I couldn't do what I wanted to do because of the tournament refresh changes, which we found out about last night, that the 1919 gold, low gold, was going to disappear, or not disappear, but undergo a change in the year. So I didn't want to build one of those low gold rosters. We'll have them back, though. Once the refresh is done, we'll find a good gold tournament and build a team for that. So thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks to Sean Curtis for raiding over earlier in the day. And be kind to yourself, be kind to others. It's a great day for baseball. Hang on for the raid. It'll happen shortly. Day number 10 complete. 1-0. Tomorrow, please join me for the post-TWIP show. We'll have all our regular giveaways, our early bird giveaway, our bounty giveaways, all those things will be back. Yeah, we're going to get some good cards coming out tomorrow. Join into Twips tomorrow at noon Eastern Time. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. Well, you can always count on Cub fan Steve with the generosity and the kind words at the end of the stream. We'll see you next episode. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day. We're here for a good time. Not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day. So